This is Booze at 10 with Graham Whistler.
Hello, we're back. Welcome to season 2 of Booze at 10 with me, Graham Whistler. This is the topical-ish panel show where me and a panel of comedians take the topical out of the news and just sit and get drunk instead. However, much like the news, we do still have the bongs. We're never going to kill that joke. I think that's always going to go. You may have noticed by the surroundings that I've been somewhat demoted to the basically storage cupboard. So instead of having an amusing chimpanzee reading the news behind me, I've got some old photo frames and a hoodie. There we go. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. Just a quick one for this series. I thought for the next sort of 10 weeks, I would maybe experiment with a different type of drink each week. So let me know in the comments for your recommendations, and I will try one. Maybe try and get a sponsor. As always, please do get involved in the comments as well on YouTube and Facebook and stuff. And for the first time for this episode, we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook through G Whistler Comedy and the Provocateur Comedy page. Keep an eye out for lots of Provocateur Comedy content. That's going to be fun. Please do support the show as well via the PayPal link, which is G Whistler Comedy, paypal.me/G Whistler Comedy. We'd always appreciate that. And then I'd like to be able to give some of our guest acts, a bit of money for coming on and entertaining you guys. As always, our producer Alex will be popping up, running some things, talking some games. We've got some games today. We've been writing some features. Ladies and gents, could you believe it? We've actually bothered to write some stuff for the show, so that's good. How are you doing, Alex? Are you there? We'll cross now live to our correspondent. There we go.
Hello, Graham. Yes, hello. You say we've written some stuff. We basically had the ideas for the games half an hour before we started. I was supposed to say that. Sorry.
There we go. Never mind. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
But we've got some new graphics because I finally mastered Premiere Pro. So, yeah.
Yes. So, looking forward to that. Of course, the main focus for tonight's show, I'm looking forward to, it's going to be largely about the presidential inauguration, of course, which is why I've got my Captain America onesie on, just trying to keep it topical. First 100 days is my predictions. Probably an assassination and civil war. Be honest with you, I think. However, do you know what I think Biden's been really clever, and why I think he won't be assassinated by any hardline Trump fans, is because he's picked a woman to be his VP. So if you put yourself in the ghastly mindset of a Trump supporter just for a second, don't go too deep because you'll struggle to come out. Get it? If you put yourself in the mindset of a Trump supporter, as much as you think the election was fraudulent and you hate Biden, what would be your worst possible outcome for the next US president being in charge as a redneck Trump supporter? It's a woman, isn't it? It's a woman being in charge. They don't want that. So they're going to stick with the super old man, I think.
Not just a woman who's 3 minorities rolled into one.
Exactly. I mean, it's a racist nightmare, isn't it? I would say it was like if they had a combination of sexist and racist, but they kind of do already because it's made up of some of the same letters.
We've had a drink recommendation already for you, Graham.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, this is from Ian Bowden, who next week he wants you to drink absinthe.
Brilliant. What I might do is to have that before the show and see how good I am at doing headlines. That'd be interesting.
Great idea. Great idea. Or you could just fake it with a bit of green mouthwash.
Yeah, amazing. Cool. All right. Cheers, Alex. We'll check back in with you in a few minutes.
Yes,
or so with some stuff.
I'll pop back in with some viewer comments. I'm going to disappear, and you're going to bring the guests on.
Perfect. See you in a bit. Right. Thank you very much, Alex. Right. Please welcome tonight's show, Ben Keenan and Frizzle here.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Got my America in a bottle there.
Oh, bud.
I've got Liberty wine.
Liberty wine.
Lovely.
Liberty wine. Beautiful.
I
wine.
love it. Did anyone
No.
might as well jump straight into it with the Trump impression? Did anyone see some of Trump's, let's call it exit interview, shall we? But it was almost a bit more like an Oscar speech, I thought.
You'll have to be specific with exit interview, because I think the last 4 years has just been one long exit interview, because he knew he wasn't going to be holding on to that presidency for the longest time. So it was just nonsense and rambling all the way through. So be more specific, Graham.
What I really love about it was Trump, when Trump said, I'll be there watching you over your shoulder every day, every night. Whoa. What? It was like, it wasn't an admission of guilt. It was just more him saying, like a Mariah Carey, I will always love you. It's like, I'll never leave you. We'll always be there. I'll always be watching you. I'm going to be right there beside you.
I love this Irish Trump character. He's wonderful.
Yeah. When I feel him like just cringing around America's collective spine column going, ooh.
Well, earlier I mentioned, because Trump wasn't taking part in the inauguration at all. So I tweeted, it's a bit selfish of him not to turn up for a regeneration scene. Which is usually typical when they hand over to the next thing. But then someone replied, oh no, earlier he said, I'll always be watching it, I'll always be there. Maybe he's the Snake Master from the Doctor Who movie. So who knows?
Who knows? I just love it. I
almost think you've gone too specific there, Frizz. I've not been specific enough. You've been
the people I plug this show to know the reference.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. I was waiting for a rocket dodger to take out his helicopter. So was I, Ian. Actually, I was quite disappointed about that. I was almost expecting Gerard Butler to come out somewhere, but never mind.
What's the movie called?
White House Down.
White House finally signed the Trump news. he's literally fucking ousted by the Secret Service as he kicks and screams. He goes, Melania, would you grab my golf rubber shake? Get him out there.
What do you think Trump's nickname was from the Secret Service? Because they all get their own nicknames. Bill Clinton's brother was called the Pest, because he kept wanting to be pardoned for the crimes he was doing. So what was I'm going to go with Tango or Fanta. I think that was his Secret Service nickname.
Yeah, it's got to be. Or
did you see Melania's speech though?
Oh God!
It was the first time I ever didn't vote for a European country in the Eurovision Song Contest. I want to thank everybody for my lovely time here in the White House. I will always try to be my best face. I cannot smile, but
one term, no 2 terms,
The Balkans is a myth.
A 14-second clip from Melania's speech, right? I wasn't able to load the video. I'll just play through my mic and see if it picks it up. If not, I'll paraphrase. I edited it like this on purpose for the point of the joke. But right. 2 seconds. Let's have a go at this. I've just invested in some new equipment as well, by the way, headphones and microphone and stuff. But the stand that we ordered with it didn't, for some reason, is 2 weeks behind the rest of it. So I'm just sort of crudely popping my microphone up on
That's like Joe Biden's speech pattern. It's 2 seconds behind.
Yeah.
You will be my thoughts and prayers. God bless you all. God bless your families. And God bless this beautiful nation.
Fuck America.
So
Melania.
Listen to that. I was like, you were being my thoughts and prayers, and I was like, hang on, has there been another school shooting? What's going on here? That's
the most she's spoken for 4 years. That's more than she's ever spoken.
I think somewhere a parent from Sandy Hook is going, I recognize her. PTA meeting?
What do you think? I mentioned it sort of just in the start. a sort of crude prediction of Biden's first 100 days? Because that's a thing that the press over in America particularly like to sort of comment on in terms of their political commentary. What do you guys? Do you think it's going to be much the same? Do you think he's going to achieve anything? Well, all right, we'll go with Ben first. So you can jump straight in.
Well, I put my hand up so we don't have like an overlap and we talk to each other. I think his first 100 days in office are going to be so hard for obviously for the obvious reason that there was no official handover first and foremost. So all of his delegates, all of his employees, all of his they don't have the right information. It's secret security codes, whatever. That's just the basic shit. The other shit he has to deal with is the downplay that he's got to placate 75 million Hicks and convince them that Donald Trump was lying to them. That's his biggest challenge first and foremost. Kamala has got a bit of an easier ride because she's the first Latino, Southeast Asian, and first Black American female vice president. So she's kind of coasting. But Biden, fair play to him, he has a massive task in just solidifying and getting bipartisanship through Senate, Congress, and then the House of Representatives. Not to get too deep or sexually active into American politics.
That was the most serious that's ever been said on the show. Thank you very much for that, Ben. Did you see her outfit when she got to Florida? I was going back to Melania. We'll come back to that in a minute. What do you reckon, Frizz?
He's made one promise, which is to vaccinate 100,000 Americans. Was that the number?
Is this a game?
100 million.
Okay, that's like 10 more. That's 10 times more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, Donald Trump said that he was going to make America great again. And he didn't do that in his first 100 days. He made it fucking worse. So if I basically say, if you're in new power, just make one promise, right? Make one promise. Like, I trust it from Biden. I can imagine that, he knows people. I don't trust it from Matt Hancock in this country because he doesn't really know anyone. He's just sort of hoisted on that position, and I don't think he wants to be in that position, so he'll just make promises and won't make them, and then everyone forgets about them. But the next 100 days, he's definitely going to guest star on a show, whether it be Saturday Night Live or The Simpsons. That's the type of thing that his advisors would advise him to do. Like be on a show, be on like a sitcom or a sketch show or a cartoon. And
I think we're going to see a Donald Trump and Lil Wayne collaboration. He pardoned me for nothing but carrying a firearm. Now I got money.
I did like that Donald Trump has pardoned Lil Wayne because that makes him non-lilty. Non-lilty, everyone. Non-lilty. That's
Where's the rim shot?
Welcome to the first joke of the show. You're welcome.
It also makes Donald Trump very slightly less
Alex, you're on mute.
I knew that. I've lost all credibility. I'm just going to go.
All right, fair enough.
I hope Alex keeps popping up with his mic on mute. That was fun.
As much as brilliant.
Shit!
Yeah.
He's back.
As I'm delighted that Trump is gone. Obviously, I did tweet out just a little comment of I would like to present this award for the outstanding contribution to comedy to Donald Trump. Because over the last 4 years, a lot of the comedians have relied on Donald Trump being a moron. And to be fair, there's been a lot of usable quotes. So I will thank him at least for that, aside from the fact that he's pretty much ruined America. But with that genius segue, this leads us into a game that we'd definitely written, Alex and I, and not thought of.
Did you really just say?
Yes, I did. I did really just say it. Right, so we're going to play a game. It's called Don or Ron. Now, this game is a guessing game of quotes, shall we say, between Donald Trump and Ron Jeremy, both very handsome chaps, as you can see. Alex,
and both in jail.
I know to get you for Christmas present a fucking calendar of Ron and Don doing the fucking dirty.
Sure. If somebody watching is capable of producing this calendar on some sort of like a decent Photoshop level,
how decent are we talking about? Like, how particular are you about the actual decency of this granule backstory.
One-to-one scale model made in plasticine of Ron Jeremy fucking Donald Trump. That's what it is.
It's a beautiful image.
Put it in his garden. It's going to be wonderful.
Who wouldn't want that? I don't. It just seems like the perfect inauguration gift.
Who would be the top and who would be the bottom?
I reckon Ron Jeremy would definitely be the top.
Everyone. Answers in the comments. Who's the top and who's the bottom? Sorry, what did you say, Ben?
I reckon Ron would be the top because he's got like an 18-inch dick, where Donald Trump has got tiny hands and therefore a tiny penis.
To piggyback on that, I believe that Donald would be the bottom, but he'd tell people that he was the top.
I'm so the top. I'm most wonderful top.
There you go. I believe it. So, Don or Ron? So, Alex is going to bring up a series of quotes, for example, like this one here, and you're going to. Well, we're all going to guess which one it is, and then Alex will give us the answer. I'll read them out, and then we'll go from there. So, blank has a history of insulting and belittling women when speaking to the media. He made lewd comments, demeaned women's looks, and called them names like dog and crying lowlife. Who do we reckon? Don or
Boris
Ron?
Johnson?
Yeah. Curveball with Forrest. So, Don or Ron?
I'd say both.
In unison, harmonizing with one another before they fucked.
but my good Ron friend, I think that even though Ron Jeremy was like perceived as a disgusting, porn snail, I don't think he would say that. I think he'd be maybe kinder. So Don, I'm going to say Don.
So you're going Don, okay.
I'm going Ron because Ron is now in prison, and I believe this is a quote from the judge that sent Ron Jeremy down.
Oh, hello. We might have some.
I actually forgot about that. That's
Alex. What's the answer? Don. It's Don. There
well
we
done.
Go. Good.
I'm not proud of this, by the way.
Perfect. All right. Okay. So that's 1 point to Ben. Right. There were allegations of rape, violence, being kissed and groped without consent, looking under women's skirts and walking in on the naked. Don or Ron?
Liam Neeson.
These are all pretty dark, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very dark, dude. Jesus.
Welcome to the comedy show, everyone.
This is why we're drinking, to get paid.
Go, grandma and grandma, for this answer, quick.
I mean, that's definitely Don because I know that he's done all that.
Yeah. And also,
that was part of his impeachment trial, I believe.
Ron Jeremy, this is just a day at the office.
Yeah. Okay, so we're both saying Don.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. The answer is Don. You're both correct. Point each. There we go. Right. Blank was used as a playable character in a celebrity deathmatch video game. I
know this one. It's Ron Jeremy because he regularly appeared on Celebrity Deathmatch.
Well, for an extra point, I'll also say Ron Jeremy. Thank you very much, sir.
Competitive game. Maybe in game show format, we don't get one of the contestants to go, it's definitely this because I've seen this. But never mind. Do you know what?
I'm willing to share the points.
There you see, mate. There you see.
Right.
I'm just a good person.
How many questions have we got left, Alex? Because it'd be interesting to know if there's a tiebreaker. In 2003, Blank appeared on the Frank Skinner Show and performed the duet of "I Got You, Babe" with former cabinet minister Mo Malam. I know. I keep doing that. Molam.
I do like Mo Malam.
Mo Malam. Yeah, she was the Northern Irish Secretary of State for a while. She was amazing under Tony Blair. But was she also under a celebrity Frank Skinner style? I don't know. Are we guessing?
So, Don or Ron?
I know the answer, so.
Oh.
All right,
but I'm not going to give it away because I was reprimanded last time.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll take a stab at the dark and say there was Ron Jeremy.
It was Ron Jeremy. Those two are really good friends.
Wow, there you go. Perfect.
That's amazing. Hold on. How are Ron Jeremy and Mo Mullen were good friends?
They appeared in a porn together, I'm guessing.
Amazing. Evolution.
No, just through like panel shows like the Frank Skinner Show. I believe that's where they met, to be fair. And since then they've just become friends. So I think 2003 is when they actually met.
The naughties. Okay, that explains a lot. No one gave a shit back then.
Of course. I think Ron Jeremy was a has-been by then.
Yeah,
And
Jimmy Colton paying taxes, everything was fine.
It got to the point by then where he was just sort of thumbing it in with a piece of rope, wasn't he?
Oh no!
Not that I'm an expert in.
Okay. This is a very congruent theme here, by the way.
Yeah, I'll explain afterwards actually why Alex has picked some of these. It will make sense. So Blank has been accused of rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment, including non-consensual kissing or groping by at least 25 women since the 1970s. Don or Ron? but wrongly accused.
I don't know this one.
I think we're tied. Is this the tiebreaker? This is it for the win. Somebody.
I'm gonna say Don. I'll say Don.
Well, I'll say Ron just to make the game interesting.
Okay. Good for you, lad.
Don. Well done. There we go. All right. Victory sip.
Victory sip.
Right.
What a shame Donald Trump died. Isn't that such a shame? He's dead now. Can't believe that. Donald Trump is dead.
The problem is
he just goes away for a small period of time and comes back as a dirty, rapey porn star. It's fine. It's wonderful. They're going to play Ron Johnson.
But Ben, are you saying that Ron Jeremy and Donald Trump are the same person? That means we get the same amount of points. It's tied.
It's tied. You're both losers. Fine. Nobody wins. That's what I mean by lose. I wasn't calling you losers as in like, oh, what a loser, what a dork. I meant like no one wins, so therefore you both lose. Yes, good. Anyway, the reason why a lot of those quotes were kind of closely related and a bit dark is because a lot of the Ron Jeremy ones are actually quite funny and lighthearted, and it made it pretty easy. So,
like for example, who fucked 47 women and they didn't mind? Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, pretty much. So good. That was fun. I might try another game next week. Good. I like that. Alex, who's been on the comments? We'll cross live to our correspondent.
Hello. Can you hear me? Am I not on mute?
Hello.
Well done.
Good.
What is this?
Good.
The 11th show we've ever done? You finally, you've suddenly forgot how to.
Graham, don't forget, I've got the power to remove you. The comments so far.
Now for the next game show, was Graham removed by Alex, or is his internet shit again?
He's got there he is. He's flicking the V's. So while Graham is seething in the sin bin, let's get the comments. The Cliff, I think.
If you don't mind, just going to clip my nails.
Quite all right. This is like a performance art. Let's go. Have you simmered down yet?
I was going to put the gin bin, but yeah.
There we go. Heather Clift has said, "What a time to join!" Just at the start of the Donald Ron game. Ian was answering along in the comments. Don Ron,
or was he singing "to do Ron Ron to do Ron" at the same time?
It could well have been. Is a collaborative game show. Thanks, Heather. I'm actually liking this. Probson. Heather, I think, was starting to losing it by this point. You're both winners to me, Heather.
Unless they meant Donald Trump Jr. That's why they said son.
Yes. All the people in the comments. It's just you, Heather. Yeah. So nice to have you on board. Anyway.
Hello, Hev.
Nice. So thank you for watching on YouTube. Though we might get something on the algorithm for that, so that's good.
Like and comment. Comment
and subscribe and stuff. Cool.
And get on for Graham's merch. You can get replica glasses.
I don't know what. This gin has gone to my head quite quickly, actually.
That is where you're pouring it into. So
I've got some Greenall's blueberry gin with some lemonade. It is delicious.
It does look like antifreeze.
Can I say to Fizz in the corner, like Bud? Where'd you get the Bud from? Amazing shirt, but Bud Light. Is it because of America's Inauguration Day? You want to feel like
that's why I got the Budweiser. Yeah. It was the only American beer they had in the shop.
America.
True blue.
It's a very Brexity shop. But
It's a very
that's the
Brexity
curse of
shirt.
living in a village. I fucking love this shirt.
I love that
Flowery
shirt.
shirt.
Yeah.
I do feel like that should be the only type of shirt that comes out when you go on holiday to Spain.
What, black?
No, there's like the
oil.
kind.
Yeah.
I just
Alex, as much as I love Hev, can you take their comment off the bottom because it's quite distracting.
It is a little bit. Right. What was right? Inauguration. Yeah. So we did that, and we did that as you wish. Perfect.
Timing, everyone.
I love that. So if we'll go for a dark question. If you were a insane mad Trump supporter, if you okay.
What do you mean if?
The latter.
Well, maybe
Oh,
we should do. Maybe we should,
hello. No, it's back.
Guess who's back?
What happened there? I think I just paused and Alex thought my Wi-Fi had gone.
yes.
But anyway. Oh, hoped. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cheers. This is what happens when you get one of your mates to produce your show.
Doves cry.
They just have license to pop in and out whenever they please. And that's more distracting than Heather's comments, but never mind. So,
Well, I told you about being chippy. Really?
Oh shit! This is like some backward information that we're not meant to see.
Yeah, I know. He loves to give it. He's had 4 weeks off, and he thinks he can just give it the big I am.
Ben, should I start my own stream on Twitch and you join me there and we can just do our own show at the same time?
Dude, that'd be fucking awesome. I think we've got bands.
Oh, he's got a real power trip, does Alex? He's a brilliant producer and he's great at putting all this stuff together.
Because someone doesn't want to get kicked off again.
Because I'm lazy and I can't.
I love Alex. He's also got a massive cock.
However, he doesn't. So he is a control freak, and which is why we love to call him.
And also paying for StreamYard, which you're not.
Can we all just acknowledge that Donald Trump had Gloria for his leaving fucking song? Gloria.
That was YMCA.
He did the YMCA, Macho Man. He did Gloria.
I mean, last time I went to Scene in Lincoln, it was that playlist.
Yeah, every song he did was a head kick in fucking Banbury on a Friday night. Just with Gloria.
Okay.
What the fuck's wrong with you, mate?
All right,
I just love myself listening to Gloria and Donald Trump. Wise up, will you?
Without putting too much thought into it, if we went for a getting kicked out in disgrace playlist, what should we go for a top 3? What would be your top 3, Ben?
I'd go with JoJo Leave from 2003.
Ooh, nice. I'd go for
Remember JoJo?
Of course, yeah. As soon as you said it,
Right now is the end of you and me.
Yeah, remember that.
Massive.
As soon as you said it popped in my head. What is that about?
Yeah, 2003. Everyone.
That's actually quite woke and young. I'm not going to sound really old. I do Radiohead. You do it to yourself. You do. That's what really hurts.
Really do. Yes. Just stick on the camp theme. Will Young's Leave Right Now. Again, 2003. There was a lot of leaving songs in 2003. I don't know what message they were trying to send George W. Bush, but the pop charts were very much fuck off.
Yeah, and of course, you may remember the very popular duet between Ron Jeremy and how do you say her name? Molan. I got you, babe. Also 2003. So 2003, evidently a great year.
When was Frankie? I Don't Want You Back. Was that 2003? No, that was 2000. Yeah, 2003. Frankie, I don't. Fuck what you said. It don't mean shit now. Fuck the president. Do you remember Frankie?
It was the first time we used profanity in a pop song.
But they bleeped it all. And then there was a comeback song saying like,
"Fuck you right back" or "Fuck you too."
Right back. That was the first time anything had a comeback song. Can we call this show 2003?
Instead, the Inauguration, we've got fucking Jennifer Lopez and Garth Brooks.
It's like somebody had put in when they made those And they made those two songs. Fuck you. Like somebody had recorded a couples counselling session and gone to a record label. Was like, we need to turn this into some music.
This is white people's problems. We have counselors. If I'm going to call you out on national TV, it better be with Dr. Liebitz because he's my personal hero and I love him. So just don't be that guy, all right? I need you today, Donald.
I'd suggest You Need to Calm Down by Taylor Swift.
Amazing.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What I want to ask is, okay, so Jennifer Lopez, that's fine. Camilla Harris is Southeast Heritage Latina, so they roll out Jennifer Lopez to be the token Latina. But Garth Brooks, he was there. Was he placating the American hicks that didn't manage to get into the Capitol? Blame it all on myself.
Oh no, Garth Brooks never left. He stormed the Capitol with them and then hid in the closet and then was like, "Is it safe to go?" Oh shit, it's the inauguration.
Yeah.
Better say I'm here for a reason.
Yeah, he came out with a
I feel like
vague,
Garth Brooks is one of those
man.
people. Garth Brooks is like so famous. But he's one of those people where if you're of a certain age, like I have no idea what he looks like. Like I've heard it, I know of him. He's one of the biggest
hick American.
He's like Engelbert Humperdinck. I know his name, but I wouldn't recognize him if I bumped into him in the street.
Well, I got friends in Congress places. Think I'll flip on down to the Capitol Oasis because I got friends.
Wonderful.
In National Rifle Associations.
Oh,
fucking brilliant, man.
love that.
Garth Brooks.
I like you. Man.
That was beautiful. I'm almost wanting a Frizz Frizzle Ben Keenan collab song now. I feel like that maybe should happen.
On the next album, maybe.
On the next album, absolutely. Look out for that. You heard it here first, guys. Yeah. We've got the scoop. It's an exclusive.
Yeah. I'm doing Ed Sheeran and I'm doing an album of collaborations. So you heard it here first.
I think you better leave right now before I do Garth Brooks again. Improv.
Good.
I think you were trying to ask us a question 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's completely gone. I have no idea.
If you were a loony Trump supporter, I believe was the opening.
Oh yeah, okay. If you were a loony Trump supporter, how would you go about assassinating Biden? There we go. I was just going to go straight in there. Yeah. I mean, you know, comical answers if you can.
Pour anthrax into those lovely leather gloves of his. Is there fist bumping everyone? Oh.
Ben's planning another attack on Capitol Hill. Okay, good.
I want to say if I was me,
to Maleficent.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's an insult, and I don't even know what insult means. So that gives you an idea of my kind of proximity of intelligence here. But one thing I will say: if I got close enough to Joe Biden to hug him, I'd hug him to death because I'm American.
It's
That's
just
the
like
sound of America.
I just think someone should be in the background like, Angelina, your horns are falling off. I just sort it out. Angelina, horns.
All jokes aside, isn't it amazing that fucking guy became the poster boy for fucking conspiracies? That's a disco hat.
I think Disco Hat was his name, or at least his weekend name. Call me Disco Hat.
Hey,
did you on the Capitol?
Did you see when they got dragged off the airplane? And he was like, this guy was like, "They're dragging me off this airplane. I love this country. I did it for you." And the federal guy was like, "You're getting arrested for being a fucking asshole." It's like, Donnie, where's my pardon? Nothing. An awkward silence fell over the airport. Just like, no, dude, you're going to jail.
Was Disco Hat not pardoned? Oh.
No, he wasn't. No, he's not pardoned. Steve Bannon was pardoned, so we can go back to the Ukraine and make a horrendous fucking lifestyle for the east of Europe. But Steve
Bannon was pardoned, so he can get back to climbing the Empire State and batting airplanes with his fist.
Yeah, and his swanny dick. Steve Bannon's cannon.
Oh, good Lord. Let's hope he's not.
Oh, God, can you imagine? That'd be the most horrendous thing. We're going live to New York City where Steve Bannon's cock has taken over the Empire State Building. It is a horrendous sight to see. Very veiny.
just gonna leave you two to it for the next 5 minutes.
Alex, get rid of Graham. Get rid of Graham again, Alex. I'll just chat with Ben.
It's fine. I'll just check me out.
No, bring Graham back. We need some programming.
I have absolutely no control on this show whatsoever. Just being, I'm being undermined every turn. It must be like being Donald Trump's wife. So good. I got a joke in. Thank you. Right. So, you know what, Sonny? This show is sponsored by Greenhill's Gin.
That is index.
I'd love to be Melania's wife tonight, because you know she's going back to Fort. She's going back to Fort Lago. And she's like, Donald, I'm not going to suck your diseased old flaccid cock. Okay, I'm leaving. It's like, Melania, don't go. And she's packing the bag. She's out the fucking door, man. She's out the door, and Jared, the slimy subhuman existing subparticle, comes slithering through the door. I'd love to see the aftermath of where they go next. Like Donald Trump applying for jobs that are just kind of run-of-the-mill actual jobs. Burger King, fucking a regular pub. You know,
Trump will have his own show on InfoWars or LBC Radio
with Brett Bite and Alex Jones.
Yeah.
But if he does do that, that will narrow and marginalize everything that he does. It'll be a very good thing, because he's not going to advertise anymore. He tried to overrun the Capitol. He's done. Like, even those most staunch bipartisan Republicans are going to be like, nah, we can't back this guy. This guy's tried to fucking...
He ran for presidency. One of the Jimmy talk show hosts was ruffling his hair. And it's like, he's got the whole like cutesy, oh, look at me, I'm Donald Trump. He was on Saturday Night Live, like, not even 2 weeks before he was elected.
I know. And equally to that, he told everybody across the nation that he could grab women with a vagina. It was fine for him to do it. But here's the thing. He's gotten away with so much fucking shit that this time around, the joke's done. The joke is our joke, not on him. He's going to fall into his own traps and his own volitions. And
what's ruined him is not accepting that he lost. That's what's ruined him. And it's like, he could have just easily gone, oh yeah, I've lost, and then he would have had a life of luxury. But no, he was adamant that he won, and that's what
they wanted to do.
There was a on the night of the storming of the Capitol, there were the Melania's what's the name?
The Melania sounds like a terrible girl group.
It's not First Mate.
It's a tribute for the cheeky girls.
No.
Yeah.
What's the Melania? Chief of staff. That's the phrase. Melania's chief of staff left, like quitted, and she actually said, fuck this shit, I'm out. Those were her leaving words. Because of all the nonsense that was happening, she was like, I can't pretend anymore, and left. And then one by one, each Trump staffer were like, also, fuck this shit, I'm out. I mean, you saw Mike Pence.
Right, okay. That's what I'm going to say. Like, if I can interject. One by one, to agree with you what you said, they fell like dominoes, Melania and Ivanka. Not only that, all of Ivanka, the little words she has actually said in any kind of like fucking intelligence over the last 4 years, what has never been documented, but all of her aides and everything went away. And yes, and Melania went, but Mike Pence had the audacity, the fucking temerity, to stand next to Obama and old man George Bush. And it was like, they were like, even George Bush congratulated Bill Clinton. Like, yeah, but he also slaughtered millions of people in fucking North Africa. Let's not forget that. Let's not just congratulate despots for being fucking asshole American leaders just because they didn't do a Trump. So here's a new thing they're going to say is like, don't be a Donald Trump. That's going to be a new saying. Like, you can't just say to your leader of the Pentagon, loser. Yeah, you can't go to the Pentagon and be like, you going to bomb Iran? Come on, man, don't be a Donald Trump.
I'm starting to think that Mike Pence started this whole COVID hoax, so people couldn't see his sad face during the inauguration. He had to wear a mask. I don't want to win. I don't want to look sad at the inauguration. I need a mask. How can I make sure I'm wearing a mask to hide my sadness?
I need to come up with a really COVID-looted plan. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Just really a slight little, very, very, very small tangent, just because we're doing this with Mike Pence. Before Mike Pence was Mike Pence, the very Christian, evangelistic, fucking combed, silver-haired, demon that he is. Before that, he was a baseball hat wearing, similar to fucking Steve Bannon and Bret Hart and Alex Jones voice box.
Really?
Yeah, 2 years before Trump, he was on the radio going, "The Democrats, he was spouting out this anti, rhetoric, so much rhetoric. And Trump, obviously, someone was like, that's the guy who will suck my dick and say whatever I want him to say. Let's get Mike fucking Pence into my office." And Pence went in there, and at the very last moment, Pence flip-flopped. Why? Because he's saving his political career. That's fair enough. But what a fucking... Yeah, but it's duplicitous, and we can see right through it. But on CNN, on Fox News, everyone's like, and here's Vice President Mike Pence doing the dignified thing by shaking Joe Biden's hand. No, fuck that. He did that because it was his ass on the line. Nothing more.
And his job. Speaking of Mike Pence, something I found out today whilst watching the NBC coverage of the inauguration, you know, all the posters saying 46 and the fact that Biden's license plate that he got in was 46. They had prepared the exact same posters, banners, and license plates saying 47 just in case Mike Pence was president for an hour. They had that all in stock just in case.
Mike Penis.
I'm like, that's never happened before. Also,
I was watching coverage on the BBC. And when they announced about Trump not turning up to the inauguration, that's when I knew he was done, because like Pence has been, just like you say, just basically sucking him off for the last 4 years, just all the way through, just agreed with everything.
The last 2 weeks he's been doing his job.
Yeah, he's been on the fence for the last couple of weeks because A, he wants to save his political career. B, he wants to not go out in absolute. If I was Mike Pence, I would have fucking invoked the 25th Amendment and just got it over and done with before that. He would have been out in much more grace. We would have known that he was just doing it for the sake. But no, he went out like in the background, like no one spoke to him. Like it was like being at a party, right? And you just got to this party, you don't know anybody. Like Graham, you invited me to your mate's party. I don't really know anybody. You invited me, like, yeah, Ben's cool, but I'm not really fitting in that well. I'm just kind of loitering in the background. That was Mike Pence today.
Yeah. I mean, if you turned up at 10 to 10 like I asked, it wouldn't have been so difficult. But
how dare you? How dare you? How dare you disrupt American democracy?
With the whole Trump not being there, something amazing also and historic happened today for the first time ever, because usually the president attends the inauguration of the next president and they hand over the nuclear codes in the nuclear football. Obviously, Donald Trump wasn't there, so the nuclear codes had to be with him as he flew to Florida. So they had to make a whole load of new nuclear codes because they reset it at 11:59 a.m. America time. So for literally a second, there were 2 nuclear footballs. That's never happened before. And
China called Crane, was like, "Yo, you up? You up?
What's going
on? You seeing this? You up?"
I love how historic this was today, and it's mainly because of Trump, and I hate that. I hate history happening because of Trump. There was no handover. It's the first time that, you know, apart from assassinated presidents, that like the previous president hasn't been there, and it's such a whiny way to go, such a slither and like barely anticlimactic.
I thought this today. I was thinking it was like when Joe. Sorry to cut you off, Graham. But when Joe Biden was doing his speech, I was thinking like, okay, so somewhere between the start of the speech, or half between the speech, when he's like, America needs me to stammer over my words a couple of times because I am in my 80s, but that's cool. And then a shot coming from nowhere just to blow his brains out of the side of his temple. I honestly thought that would be what happened today because of what happened.
My mum thought as well.
Yeah, and at first, last week, I'd said to my partner, my girlfriend, I was like, "There's no way they're going to fucking overrun the Capitol," and it happened. So now, you know, we don't know what would happen. So like, I think we were all on like tenterhooks today. But what Biden said and what Trump said were obviously 2 completely different paradigms of what they actually believe and what they say. I think what was without being kind of like small-shit about it was inspiring about Joe Biden. Was that the fact that he had admitted that the Democrats had fucked up, everyone had fucked up. The storming of the Capitol was not down to just Trump supporters. It was down to a disassociation, a disfranchising of the entire nation. 75 million people on either side of the fence went one way or another. That's an amazing amount of number that you can't disrepute that. But you can definitely fucking say that one person has a better argument and a better way of thinking about what's going to happen next. Whereas Trump is like, we're going to do this, go and storm this. Biden, maybe a little bit, it may not go to his plan. But he's got a transgender fucking head of state. He's got a black female Latino head of state. He's the most woke president. Obama is like, damn son, you're lit. And Biden's like, yeah, I got transgender.
I love you talking a woke message and then just I need generic black guy impression.
And then did the voice.
But to be very brutally honest and fair, Joe Biden, before he was this lovely guy, was a little bit of a Democratic Senate asshole as well. He did vote for a lot of things that would repress people of color in America at that time. And Kamala Harris pulled him up on it in the debate. And he was like, yeah, that's how I thought back then, but now I feel differently. Of course you feel differently. You're the fucking president of the United States.
What I realized, when Biden was elected to the Senate at the age of 29, right? That was the same week that his first son. That was the week when his first son died, right? Yeah, so he was sworn in office by his son's hospital bed. And now, cut to 2021, he's now the fucking president, but there's a goddamn pandemic, so he's not getting the full celebration. All his life, every time he gets up further in his career, something happens that really negates it and just really downplays it. And that's just been his whole life. That's why I really hope that he wins in 4 years' time, and hopefully the pandemic is over, because it usually is. It's every 100 years we have a pandemic, and it'll be a fucking celebration. He'll down a fucking whiskey, and he'll start singing Chumbawamba as part of his speech.
That's what happened.
Frizz, I'm going to go out and let me, and I'm assuming you'll agree with this. I'd love to think that this administration would celebrate everything that Joe wants to do for the first years, and then Kamala takes over for the next years, because she is the one who's progressive and she's got the fucking ideas, and she should be the one we're looking to. And for whatever reason, if you wanted to be symbolic and say that it's America's first Latino, black, female first president, if he decides to leave and put her in office, celebrate that. But also just fucking celebrate the fact that Joe Biden has a transgender in office. Joe Biden has got, but even on a basic level of sensibility and civility, like they're pushing this agenda on, like watching whatever happened in the last 4 years between either it's Trump or his cronies or Kayleigh McKenna, who's disappeared off the fucking face of the earth, by the way. The pretty little blonde White House correspondent, she's gone. She's fucking left. She packed her bags up within 4 minutes of the fucking riot and left Washington. She was like, Mr. Trump is the most amazing, fuck this shit. And she bounced out. And that's fine.
She stole like the bust of Lincoln or something, put that in her bag.
We expect this. We expect this. We know this. But what we need now is a complete fucking amalgamation of two sides. All jokes aside, like fucking being like, right, you're a dick, let's get together and be dicks together and swing our dicks, like in fucking a Netflix comedy special featuring that guy Jason Mizniak. What's it called? Big Train. Big Mouth. I love Big Mouth. Yeah, yes. Big Mouth was like running the office of the president-elect. It'd be a much amazing more nation. It should be pornography and fucking jerking off.
I'd just like to make the point. I said this 4 years ago, and it's still sort of relevant now. I've always found American politics more interesting, just on the basis that people love it and they care. All this stuff that was going on today, you wouldn't see it here, like in Britain or in the UK. We've been talking probably the best part of we had a really serious conversation-ish for the last 20 minutes on American politics. And can you imagine, say, in 200 years' time, can you imagine if the USA was in a similar place to British people now, in the best sort of enthusiasm you would get was like, how was your day? Yeah, it was all right. How was the cinema? Yeah.
Fine, thank you, you bloody bastard. How dare you ask me all my day?
America will never give as much shit about politics in the UK as we do about American politics. I dated an American in 2015, and she thought that the leader of UKIP was pronounced Nigel Farage. And it's like, yeah, you don't care as much, do you? But they are now that like ever since Boris was called Britain Trump, not British Trump, Britain Trump, and Boris went, yeah, I'll take that nickname. Didn't correct them because he's fucking British, and yeah, they did that, and now America's now sort of like looking at us going, oh my God, you voted that guy as leader? And all the time we've had in our back pockets, yeah, but you voted Trump. Now we don't have that ammunition. Now we can't say, but Trump's the leader. Oh shit, no, you've actually got an actual statesman in charge.
Yeah, and Boris is not only that, he's now looking at Europe going, blast, shit balls, fuck. Right, Oogie Sue said no to French cheese, love a bit of brie, love a bit of blue cheese. Camilla, what's his girlfriend's name?
Which one?
Just make one up. Doesn't matter.
Third joke of the night.
Carrie, don't leave. It was illegitimate. What does illegitimate mean? Carrie, you've got a lovely job here with the rest of Britain. Brexit. God, please don't leave me. I'm going grey.
That's great. Fucking love that.
There we go. Well done, Ben. Well, that's a top impression. Right. We're at 52 minutes. So I'm gonna end as all good MCs should do. Not gonna name names. We leave on an applause break. I think that's surely, Frizz, you've been to enough comedy shows where the MC has done far too long. They finally have a joke that lands, get an applause break, and then do another 10 minutes and kill the room completely.
Hey, I think Alex can agree. His slot at for Improv Provocateur last year, there was a comedian on before him that would never finish unless there was a laugh.
Oh, God, yes, that bastard.
Remember that comedian? We're not going to name names. I don't want to be sued for libel, even though what I'm saying is 100% true.
Yes, and everyone believes it in the industry. Oh, yeah. He has a wig now. I'd like
to say to Graham, you're a wonderful supporter for what we do. You're a beautiful, beautiful man. And I want to just say thank you so much for being there on the 20th of January. A beautiful day, a wonderful day for myself and Ivana. Ivana, I'm going to fuck you so hard. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. But thank you so much for being there. And if we can just turn around to your Prime Minister in Chief.
This Margaret Thatcher impression is terrible.
Brilliant. Right, so just so everyone knows, the reason I wanted to do this, obviously, for the inauguration, but also I'm initiating a Trump embargo from this moment on.
Yes, please.
So we've had 4 years of it.
He died.
And as I mentioned, it's been wonderful for all the hack comedians out there, including myself. So I included myself in this. We've all done it. It's fine. We've profited, well off of all the Trump jokes. But from this moment on this show on Booze and Head, I'm initiating a Trump embargo. It's never to be mentioned ever again. And if anyone does it on a later show in this series, they will be punished by a form of having to down their drink. Which would look.
I think Alex should just remove
even got
them.
a graphic
Just
for
remove
it.
them.
Yeah, just bin them out of the stream.
I'll remove them. Have a word. I'll set them straight.
So Andy Parsons booked, have you? Because that's all he does. Like, well, what about Donald Trump? So you have to do impressions as well.
See, my comedy career might not be going great, but it's going better than Andy Parsons. So,
George W. Bush. Is actually George W. Bush?
Did you say Andy Parsons about Andy Parsons doing Andy Parsons? So I'm doing Andy Parsons.
That was all right. Have you got? Do you have a bold cap there? I
don't. That's basically for Andy Parsons.
Never mind. Right. So from this moment on, you've heard it here first, internet. Trump embargo. No comedian is ever allowed to talk Trump ever again. Otherwise, you will be punished. Right. That sounded a bit kinky, didn't it? That was weird.
Absolutely understandable.
Thank you so much for getting involved. This has been great. Aside from the Don and Ron game, this has actually been a really serious show, so I appreciate that too. That was good. It was almost like we were political analysts for a minute. Perhaps I should consider a career change. I won't. I can't take it seriously, and I like gin. So thank you very much to Frizz, Frizzle, to Ben. Is there anything you'd like to plug before we go?
Who's first?
Oh God, am I first?
Yes.
Ben first. Yes. All right, go.
Hi, this is the first time I've looked into the camera for reels. My name is Ben Keenan. I'm a 39-year-old Irish despot from Newry, County Down. You don't know where that is, so it doesn't matter. But follow me on Instagram, and then at your own peril, I'll stalk you. So. Right, good. Yes.
Right, Frizz, lighter, please, would be nice.
Frizz, that's my username everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Pornhub, all the big ones. On Friday, I'm releasing a new 8-part series on my YouTube page, and it's where me and 2 other comedians watch the entire 2.5-hour VHS game of Catchphrase. And yeah, it's really weird. And a new series of Frankie Ball's New World Order starts late March, so please watch that.
Perfect. Ooh. There we go.
Can I do mine again?
No, absolutely not. I'm not the producer. I have no control. So.
I was actually joking, but if you want to go live again,
no,
I'm joking.
Right, and of course, please give a like and subscribe to the Provocateur Comedy YouTube channel to keep an eye on all the other Provocateur Comedy produced content, such as Awkward Question Time and
which
my
new is on this Sunday.
Oh yeah, this Sunday, and I'll also be dropping a new football manager based podcast and YouTube stream for all the football. So
football.
A big thank you to Heather Clift, who is the only person who commented tonight about 90 times. So thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather.
We love you, Heather.
There's a cliffhanger, sadly.
Heather, if you would like to support the show, so I can give Ben and Frizz a princely sum of £2.50. You can scan the QR code in the corner there and donate to my PayPal to give our wonderful comedians that have been on tonight a bit of a fee, if anything.
Thanks,
there
Alex,
we go.
yeah.
It's on me/Genius of Comedy. Thank you so much again, Alex, for being a wonderful producer, but also a pest. Please do check out the other Provocateur Comedy shows. Until then, we'll see you next Wednesday at 10. We've got Nick Page and Vicky Delirious on. Should be a lot of fun.
Amazing. Nicky Delirious is awesome. Have a good night, guys.
Take care. Please drink sensibly. Don't spill it. Good night. Cheers. Bye. Bye.